Our next guest on Channel 18 this morning is Barbara Ann Foley, the Director of the Council on Aging. And if you thought that previously you were going to have more to do than you could think of, Barbara Ann has more for you to do. And she's going to go through a whole list of things. And I can't believe that anybody's going to have say anything that you can't do anything in Harwich. I mean, there's just so much going on, right?
There absolutely is, Paul. We have had a really successful program, our men's breakfast, and it continues every time I poke my head in. I don't actually go in because I'm female, so I'm not allowed. But when I go to take a little peek, we started off with 10 or 12 men, I think, at the first or second one, and we've had as many as 55
Wow.
and 60 people before. So I want to give you a heads up that we do actually have a speaker for the May 8th breakfast, and it's kind of a fun one. It's a woman named Beth Marcus, who owns a local brewing beer company in Hyannis. She's a manager of Cape Cod Beer, and she'll be here May 8th to talk. It's a husband and wife duo that own this business. We always like to talk about any local new businesses that they're not new to us. But the fun part, I said to Kevin, I was looking up things for family to do, and I found them, and I said, what would you think of the guys listening to a person talk about that, and then maybe if there's interest, setting up to go on a tour of the brewery? I thought that might be kind of a fun guys thing to do. So if you are interested, join us for May 8th. The breakfasts are all 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And the reason for that timetable is then it's followed by the men's book club, which begins at 10 o'clock. And they are trying to finalize which book they're going to read for their next selections. They hope to be reading Trapped Under the Sea and To Kill a Mockingbird, and those will be available at Brooks Library. So that goes from 10 to 11. So it's a real nice block of time for our men of all ages, and a nice growing group of people too. So I want to let you know about the brewery lady. On April 30th, that's like right around the corner it seems like, we are going to pray that we can begin our bike tour group that we do. We're going to start with a bike safety day on April 30th, or a bike safety tune-up, we're calling it, at 1 o'clock here at the Council on Aging. And the very next day, we will begin our bike rides. And those will be at 1 o'clock this year to accommodate both Dr. Gregory Wright's schedule so that he can join us. And we're hoping to have some more people join us. This particular bike group is not your bike tour groups. It's not people who do 20, 30 miles in one shot. We do maybe a couple of miles, and we're always on the bike path. We stay safe on the bike path, and we have a guide person in front and one in back, so that if we have faster people and slower people, we can accommodate everybody. And Dr. Gregory Wright is a professional cyclist, and he's also a sports medicine doctor, so and chiropractor in West Harwich, and he will be joining us on hopefully most of our walks, but he'll be helping us with the bike tune-up day. So if you've never been, there is no experience necessary other than knowing how to ride a bike and having a bike. We do require helmets, and we can help you to get one if you need to figure out a place to go, because some people of a certain generation didn't wear bike helmets, but for safety purposes, we have required that of our riders. And we're hoping that we'll get some people to join us this year. We had 4 or 5 at most, I think, last year.
Wow, that's
and we'd
very
like
few.
to, yeah, we'd like to grow it to a nice group. So hopefully,
What do they do on this bike ride?
it's just really for exercise and socialization. You know, we've gone on the bike path in a lot of different directions off of Oak Street. Some by the, excuse me, Cranberry Bogs, and some in the other direction in different parts of Harwich that are just beautiful, and just try to get to know different people and get some exercise at the same time. Kind of like a walking group, only on bikes, is what I tell people. So not anything to be intimidated by, trust me. I'm probably the least experienced on the bikes of the crew that we were with last year. So you're in good company if you want to join me. An important note to let everybody know, the fuel assistance applications have the deadline originally had already passed. It was, well, it was going to be April 30th. They've extended it because we had such a hellacious winter to May 15th. So if you have not gotten in your fuel application, fuel assistance, or you're in need of help with it, please give Kevin and Rick a call in the outreach office at 430-7551. But they wanted me to let you know the deadline is extended to May 15th. We also have a wonderful service that is provided by Diane Thibodeau. She does Reiki treatments at a clinic that she has once a month. And the next one will be on Tuesday, May 19th, and then again on Tuesday, June 23rd. And if you've never had Reiki, it's a wonderful relaxation technique that she does. And it's supposed to be, it's a Japanese word actually for universal life energy. And it's supposed to address any imbalances in the body. So unlike massage, there isn't any, hands-on massaging the skin or touching the body in that way. It's all from energy, from Diane. So if it's something that you would like to try, please give us a call at the Council on Aging. These are 20-minute free treatments, and it's like an abbreviated version of what she would normally do in her clinic at her home. And not only are they free, but they fill up really fast. So if it's something that you would like to try or try again, if you've had it once before, please give us a call now, because I just looked yesterday and the one for April, I guess, has been filled for a couple of weeks. So they do fill up very fast. And everybody that I've talked to that has had it done says it's a wonderful service. So please don't hesitate to give us a ring. So on a more sad note, I am going to ask of you out there listening, especially you veterans out there listening, we've been holding a Wednesday free coffee and something sweet on Wednesdays in room 5 at 9:30. And we've only had one or two, maybe a couple of men join us. And I'd like to be able to continue this service. But what happens is, because we don't know how many are coming, we have, coffee cake and coffee for, 10 or 12, just to make sure that we have enough, and then, it's all left over. So if this is something that you would like to see continue, please let me know, because if we don't hear from people, we will cancel this program. And I don't want to do that. We started it because we wanted to be able to honor and thank our veterans. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the day and the time that doesn't work, and if that's the case, please let me know that too, and maybe we can change that. Or if it's just that people go elsewhere, and that's okay. We just wanted to see if it was something that would work. So we really, really want to hear from you. And lastly, our biggest coming up activity is our walk. The Remembery Walk is for patients and their families with Alzheimer's disease, and it's always Mother's Day Saturday, which is Saturday, May 9th this year. It starts at Brooks Park. We have an exciting Marine color guard that is going to join us this year, and thanks to Joe McParland. And we have, thanks to Ed McManus, our Cranberry Festival rig for hot dogs and hamburgers will be there as well. And the sheriff's big tent. So if you're coming to Brooks Park, look for the big archway and the big tent. And the purpose is, we have a lot of, Harwich has the 4th highest population of Alzheimer's on all of Cape Cod. So if we can make monies available for families who are having difficulty paying for simple everyday use items like disposable undergarments, for example, or getting somebody's broken dentures fixed, that's what we're here to do. So that's where the money goes. It all goes to patients and their families with Alzheimer's disease on all of the Lower Cape towns. The walk itself is a 6K walk, and a lot of people say, what the heck is a 6K? I know what a 5K is, but it's a little over 4 miles, and we go out on the bike path on Oak Street, and cross over 39 safely with our fire department and police in front and back. And then when we hit Depot Road, we turn around and come back. So it's a simple walk, but what's great about the bike path is you can walk 1,000 feet and turn around and come back, or you can do the whole walk with us and turn around and come back. We have Tim Sweeney and the Fringe Band, who, if you've never heard, are a great, real fun band that play all kinds of eras of music. And we have a wonderful raffle with a fun, big, anonymous auction package of a couple of items. One of the biggest items we have that I think everybody's going to be putting tickets buying for is a, not quite as big as this table, but probably half the size of this table, filled with dog toys.
Oh, my.
And lots of people who come to the walk have dogs. So I'm hoping that that will go over well and help to raise some money too. So if you are able to join us, we would love to see you on Saturday. My goal, obviously, we always want to raise money, but this year, because it's the 10th anniversary, my bigger goal is I really, really want to fill Brooks Park with a sea of people, and I'm hoping that you can come and join us. I told the high school students, even if you bring $5, I really, it's not that I don't care, we do care, because every penny counts, but the more people that come, no matter what they bring, it's more than we had the year before is how I look at it. So, so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call us at 430-7550. And we have been asked, well, what happens if it rains? If it rains, it's held here at the community center in the gymnasium. And I know this isn't wood, but knock on wood, we've never had to do that in 10 years. And I pray to God it's not going to be the first year this year. So please come and join us, have a hot dog, walk with us, or come and listen to the music and sit on the bench and have a great time. And I think that's really finally it with everything that I came with.
Well, you certainly brought a lot of information for people to enjoy.
The last thing that I want to tell people is, as you know, we have town meeting right around the corner, and we will be providing our Cranberry Coach van to pick you up and bring you here and bring you home. So if indeed you want to do that, please do not wait until the day of town meeting, because we have to schedule our van drivers for times of bringing people back and forth, and I need to know who we're going to have and how many we're going to have. The reason that I suggest doing this is it's always, not only always a comfort to be picked up and dropped off at your own home, but it is a little bit of a madhouse getting out of here, especially on town meeting nights. And so I would recommend, you know, the van will pull right up to the front door, pick you up and take you right to your home, and the same thing on the way in here. So even if you're not a regular van rider, and even if you're able to drive, we're making the service available to all. So why not, if you're not going to carpool, why not take a ride on the van, and then you can tell your friends what it's like. So we will make it available, but we don't, again, want to be called, you know, an hour before and say, come pick me up, because I need to know the schedule. And if we don't get anybody, we won't have the van available, but we're hoping that people will take advantage of that.
Well, thank you very much for all that information.
You're very welcome.
And there's certainly a lot for people to think about and do.
Absolutely.
And, I wish I could go to the men's breakfast, but I go shopping that day.
Oh, okay.
So, anyhow, thank you for all that information, and good luck with it.
Thank you.